This is South Mound Cemetery in Newcastle, Indiana. I'm proud. Proud of what you've done, what you were able to do in your life and accomplish? What about your life are you most proud of? If you could pin it down to one moment. Professionally or personally. Is there one thing that you would... Music? Did you have a career in music? And again, just because we're standing at his stone doesn't mean that's who we're going to communicate with. Were you a professional musician, or was it a passion that you enjoyed? I hear the pipes. Alright, so Megan and Johanna, Travelers Paranormal, we are still at South Mound Cemetery in Newcastle, Indiana. And earlier today we drove by their historical society, the Henry County Historical Society, which was the home of Major General William Grose. So one cool thing about him is he served at the Battle of Franklin. He was under Thomas and under Schofield and played a part in the defeat of John Bell Hood's Confederate Army of the Tennessee. So anyone that's watched our channel knows that we've been to several different locations from the Battle of Franklin, the Lotes House, Cleburne Park, and the eastern flank. Now his troops, I'll see if I can get a picture of the Battle of Franklin to put up, but his troops, I believe, were at the western flank. But it's always amazing to travel around the country and come to different places and then find someone with a connection to a place you've been. So William Grose, or Grouse, born December 16th, 1812, died July 30th, 1900. He was a Judge Court of Common Pleas, 1880. He commanded the 36th Indiana Volunteers. I know he served at Chickamauga, I believe. He was at Corinth. He was at Shiloh. And then he had joined the Atlanta to Nashville campaign. I know he was at the Battle of Franklin, like I said, on the western flank. And then continued on to Nashville for the Battle of Nashville. So Megan is now running our S-Box. She's got the headphones on, so she's not going to hear my questions. I haven't really directed anything to her. She's listening to the radio stations. They would be switching up very fast. Now, there's nothing that says that he is here that would be interested in communicating with us, but we did stop at this stone. Definitely to say thank you for your service to our country in one of its most desperate times of need. He had a career, and he stopped his career, and he immediately joined the military, and he made quite an impact. As you can see at the bottom, it says Major General by brevet at close of war. So he saw a need, and he came and he served. like so many have done. And it's just amazing to come this far and then find someone with a connection so close to where we live. So Megan's been listening for a while. She hasn't said anything, so she's not really gotten anything that she can hear.
Well done.
Well done. Yes. I'm going to assume that you were telling General Grose that he did good, reading over that resume. And that's just part of it. I believe he served in the Indiana Senate, but I don't know if that's like federal or just their state Senate. But definitely, you know, an important figure to this area. We were just in the office of the cemetery here, and they've got a whole map of the cemetery, and they have a sticky note designating where he is, because I'm sure they get lots of people coming to ask when people come to visit and they look up notable stones. Is there anyone here who would like to communicate with us? That's Megan, and my name is Johanna. We're looking for anyone that would want to communicate, tell us about yourself. We like traveling and meeting new people. We came here to acknowledge and say thank you and a prayer for the soul of William Grose, or Grose. If you know how to say that, please correct me. But we'd be open to communicating with anyone who would like to. This is South Mound Cemetery in Newcastle, Indiana.
I'm proud.
Proud of what you've done, what you were able to do in your life and accomplish? What about your life are you most proud of? If you could pin it down to one moment. Professionally or personally. Is there one thing that you would...
Music?
Did you have a career in music? And again, just because we're standing at his stone doesn't mean that's who we're going to communicate with. Were you a professional musician, or was it a passion that you enjoyed?
I hear the pipes
I hear the pipes.
playing.
Playing. Interesting. Are you speaking about bagpipes? Or it could be...
Not joking, I've never had this happen, but like I thought I actually just heard like a couple of notes, like music notes, but metallic sounding.
Okay. My mind naturally goes to bagpipes, especially standing in a cemetery. I think of bagpipes being played, probably because I'm Irish. But I suppose pipes could refer to other instruments. Are you talking about the bagpipes or a different instrument? Did you play the bagpipes at different funerals to honor those who have passed?
A dance?
I wonder if it's not bagpipes at all. I mean, you could play a jig, I suppose. What was your favorite song to play? Megan's trying to figure out if the general played instruments. She looked at me when she got music. But again, it could be anybody in the area. Can you tell me what your favorite song was to play? I'm going to try and stay close enough to hear Megan, but look at this fantastic stone with the statue on top. This one's been restacked. I don't want to go too far from her. Or if you don't want to say your favorite song to play, what about your favorite song to listen to? This is considered the old part of the cemetery. So Stanley. Elizabeth Stanley, I can't read it. Justice or Justin, she said. Well, maybe it is the Major General over there, because he was an attorney, so Justice. No one else. Okay, are we speaking with the General, the Major General? William Grose? If we are, could you tell me the correct way to pronounce your last name? I'm sorry.
Commit.
Maybe we're speaking with someone else, not the musician. So somebody was most proud of their music. Now we've gotten Justice, she said please. Justice, commit, please. Are we speaking now with someone who maybe had a career in the courts?
I'm all alone?
Can you tell me your name? I can try and come find you. She did get no one else, and then I'm all alone. Can you tell me where you are? There's someone walking, so I'm going to move over here. I don't want to get them on camera. Truer? So Mason said truer. I still feel like we might be speaking with someone that had maybe a career in the courts more than a name. Elizabeth? Elizabeth, can you tell me what direction you're in? Which way should I go? I'm going to zoom in. Look at this tree here. The base of it's white, and then it goes to its regular color as it goes up. It's like it's blending in with the gravestones and becoming petrified. Elizabeth, my name is Johanna, and this is my sister Megan. Can you tell me your last name? Or where I could find you? See if I can find an Elizabeth nearby. I know where there's an Elizabeth nearby. Elizabeth, could you tell us your last name? Megan did get the name Liz earlier. Is this the same person from earlier? If she doesn't get another response in the next moment or so, I think we're going to move on to a new location. To the person who said they were most proud of music in their life and that they could hear the pipes playing, that's pretty awesome. That you're still able to look back and remember and enjoy what you enjoyed in life. There's some cute little birds jumping over by those brambles over there. Okay. So Megan has been silent, so I'm going to go tap her on the shoulder and take her out. So it seems,
really not getting anything.
yeah, I was going to say, let's move on to a different location, and then we'll see what we got there. But we did make contact with someone who's most proud of music in their life and maybe played the bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's his wife. This is his son, Johnny.
I'm going to take pictures of each of them.
They had 2 infant babies that passed away. I can't tell who this is.
This is also a child, because W and Rebecca.
I'm wondering if this is maybe the 2 infants?
Possibly, this might say daughter.
Yeah,
so daughter of...
Daughter, so one of the infants is a girl and then the other one is a little boy. But it stops being the Groses when it goes over there. And it looks like this said 50. Maybe that was a 5.
Yeah.
And so the 2 babies were, the boy was 1862 to 1863 and the little girl was 1826 to 1858.
Okay, that might be that then. I'm going to cut this video, take a few pictures so that I can put them on Find a Grave, and then we are going to move to a new location. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for those who were communicating with us. This is a picture of William Grose. So just a little bit of information about him. He was born in 1812 and passed away in 1900. He was born in Dayton, Ohio. His family had very strong ties to the military. His grandfather, Jacob, had served in the Revolutionary War. His father, William, had served in the War of 1812. Other battles that General Grose was present at is Stones River, Chickamauga, Corinth, and Shiloh. And then seen here is a map of the Battle of Franklin. So on the upper left, you can see where his name is, and he was said to have always been seen where the bullets flew the thickest. For the majority of his time in the Civil War, he was leading the 36th Regiment Indiana Volunteer, and he wrote a book about it, which has been reprinted at least once in the early 2000s. The book title is The Story of the Marches, Battles, and Incidents of the 36th Regiment Indiana Volunteer Infantry.